Hell, it's Base Trade TV.
Welcome back to the Acer Team Story Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last possible match today. We've taken it to game 9 in this best of 9 between these two teams. We've seen Innovation, we've seen Bly, we've seen Scarlet, we've seen MMA, we've seen Impact, we've seen Alicia, we've seen Ryung, we've seen so many players from both sides of these teams, and we couldn't be happier with it. To go to the Ace match between these guys, it was kind of expected, I think. I think a lot of people saw this and going like, you know what, these guys are so good, they've worked together in the past, it's got to be a game 9 situation, and that's where we find ourselves. But this last game decides it all. Spawning in the bottom right corner of the map, the newcomer to the arena, so to speak, being resurrected for his team. Once again, we find the Blue Zerg player, Axiom's Impact.
In the bottom left, as the red Terran, it is Innovation. And, yeah, that's an SCV going out in the middle of the map. Just saying.
But
there
it's not
it
an
goes.
888. It's just going to be like, what, that 13 Gas Reaper? Probably? Maybe?
Oh, it's a double. It's a 2-Rax.
Oh, it is a 2. Oh, crap. I didn't even see the second SCV coming out.
Silly Rifkin.
Silly Billy. Alright, so this is where it gets messed up. 2-Raxes versus Terran. Or versus Zerg, rather. They don't guarantee you a win. And what's kind of crazy is, like, if we think back to game 1, which was like almost forever ago, it feels, Impact had a really solid defense against Bly's very cheesy all-in, but it's not the same opportunity to afford it versus a 2-Rax. If you let the spiral out of control, it's incredibly difficult to recover off of.
What was that one game where the person ended up going into mech after getting such a huge lead, and then the Zerg actually
Muslim?
won? Was that the Muslim?
That was the
Oh, he
Muslim
got
for
better
the
with
WCSU qualifiers, yeah.
He got better with his 2-Raxes. Thank God. That's how he got his spot in EU.
Yeah, actually, a lot of people kind of chastised him for it, but I think, honestly, people undervalue just how difficult a 2-Rax is to pull off.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. I didn't think, yeah, whatever.
She's got the wrong location, but he sees the overload in top right, which gives away that he's in the bottom right. Oh, man, this is going to be quite rough. Impact, he's got the drone down here to check. But, oh,
Wow.
Innovation's actually going to go with the safe bunker.
He's checking. He's got it. So, what does he do? Pull a bunch of drones, maybe 10 drones down here, make sure the bunker never gets up? Or does he try and just hold off until the Lings and a Spine Crawler?
Well, he did start taking gas already. So, I mean, like, he was going for that faster speed to deal with Reapers. But he's going to have to do pretty much everything off one base. And for those who don't know, the best way to deal with this tends to be pulling the drones. One of the things we don't see a lot of people do anymore, but I always remember back to is, like, I loved watching Acer Nurchio hold this off. Because he would always do the thing where he'd put the drones in the way of the SCVs to make sure more bunkers couldn't physically come down, rather than like trying to go for the fight. But a couple things do pop out. They're not getting a lot done. Curiously enough, nothing's died yet, but this hatchery is for sure going to go down, especially with that bunker completing.
I have to imagine that was his plan. I mean, he's trying to get a queen out of it. It's more like habit, you know? Like, his plan had to revolve around the fact that he was not going to be able to save the hatch. Otherwise, he would have tried, you know, putting a spine crawler down, at the very least, and preferably going for that drone pool.
Well, one of the big things we see as a reaction to this is oftentimes if Zerg players just run across the map. Like, you'll save up those 40 links, and if you don't try and break the bunkers, you just end up going straight to your opponent's base, knowing that there's usually nothing at home but 3 depots.
Yeah. Which would definitely be his plan.
I think when Metabolic Boost completes, that'd be the best option for him. Look at this really awkward wall out of Innovation, by the way. How do you misplace the bunker like or the
Yeah,
depot
he
like
messed up.
that? He done misclicked, guys. Not quite
He
as
done goofed.
that's well, hang on, we'll talk about that more in a sec. The Lings are gonna try and go past this. Almost get walled off, but they will escape across, and well, there's still a lot of Marines. You can't quite ignore this as they can push up that ramp. Gotta be careful.
Yeah, he's putting on two spine calls because you know that's a threat. I'm gonna try and cut off reinforcements, but like, okay, he's gonna lift off the barracks, and then what? Yeah, there's no tearing down that wall either. You can force them to spend a few more minerals repairing, but you're not breaking down that wall.
You know how I would describe this opening out of Innovation?
Cheesy?
No, pretty bogus. Anybody?
It's like you only just recently learned that was his original name. And you're trying to use it to its full effect.
No, I was just trying to find an excuse to the Hades gift again. if we're gonna be honest. But, you know, one thing I'm a bit curious about, we don't see a Baneling nest coming down behind this. Oftentimes you'll see a Baneling bust kind of be like the counter all in. The Queen is slowly chipping away at this, and the Spine Claws are being repositioned, but, I mean, Impact's got to know that Innovation's going to be making command centers behind this. He's, in fact, coming down more a factory as well. I mean, he's not sticking on one base with Marines.
It's so funny, the dynamic that's going on. He tries to send up a Marine so they get high ground vision. Impact loses a bunch of Lings to try and defeat the Marine. Repeat again.
Is this a full wall off now?
Yeah.
I think it's a full wall off now.
No.
I'm pretty sure that's why Impact's not trying to run by anymore.
Well, because it's just be suicide. He's still going through like a one-space choke.
Well, that, but I'm oh, he hits the Queen.
BM, that was the one thing Impact wasn't expecting.
The scan. Spine Claw actually temporarily in position for this. But no more scans available, and third command center even being built right now for Innovation. So I mean, he's in such a good spot right now. There's just no way to look at other than that.
Yeah, even getting the salvage off. Rude.
Rude. But the Lings are going to run past this once again. Not at all trying to break out of this, but we do have the Baneling nest coming down. And for Innovation, you know, there's a couple of Hellions coming out, granted, but Banelings will still break through these walls before the Hellions really do too much to that. If there's a lot of Lings that can flood past that, then this gets really problematic.
At this point, you gotta start thinking about what they're doing. They don't have a second base. Check for hidden bases. And the next thing is, of course, are they doing an all-in?
Well, I thought this was going to be the all-in, but he's just going to use these Lings to break the bunkers instead. Not a terrible choice to finally establish them natural, but I mean, you have to expect that this Banshee's going to be behind this. I don't know a lot of Terran players who do anything other than Banshees behind a T-Rex.
Yeah, because the Banshee's just so good. They're guaranteed to save you from anything that they're trying to do, including Banelings. Well, unless you have Baneling Dust right now.
Unnatural while this is going on, finally. Normally it's a situation where you would think it's not safe. There's not a wall off, there's not a bunker, but with the Hellions versus Zerglings, even though they are Speedlings, he should be pretty comfortable to take fights near this ramp.
Yeah, this is perfectly fine for Innovation. Seriously, the one worry, honestly, would have been that he tried to take it immediately after the bunkers went down, and Impact did go for the Baneling Bust just then. You know, trying to get that surprise factor, and he didn't have any bunkers whatsoever. Unfortunately, Impact, you know, he got the Baneling Nest, actually going to use it.
Well, I mean, you're going to have Banelings eventually, right? It's TVZ, but yeah, I was really kind of expecting him to go for that bust. You know what, it would be even better than the bust would be if just those depots were down. He's able to run past it, pull the mini-math.
Yeah, it'd be funny.
And I hate it, by the way, I love referencing mini-maths games, but so few people, like, saw those / heard of them, so it's kind of like, the references fall on deaf ears, but it was such a good series.
And unfortunately, he got 3-0'd by 4GG, so...
Yeah, that was a bit sad when that happened. I was really expecting him to... I mean, like, he got the challenger. I'm sure he can do it again. But, anyways...
are relentless in trying to get behind the Hellions to do a counterattack, and Innovation's just not letting it happen.
Is that me? What's going on here?
Rifkin.
Whoa, 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 no, no. How? What? BattleNet? Why you do this? Okay, if that happens again, I guess I'll just quit out, but, like, what the heck, man? Did I get, like, laggy on your end?
You were disconnecting from the game.
Right, no, but I'm asking, because, like, I didn't lose X.
Oh, you mean on the voice? No, you're fine.
So it's just BattleNet, okay.
It's retribution for what you do to a meal every time.
Right? Like, no, but why? Why does that happen? It doesn't make sense. If I lose connection to you, if I lose connection to the stream, okay, then I'm lagging, right? But no, it's just BattleNet being so cool. Sorry about that, guys. I hope this really doesn't affect the players. Again, as much as I'd love to cast this, if that does happen again, I prioritize the players winning this versus me getting to cast it. So, backing up for the time being with these Lings to pick off an SCV. Unfortunately, didn't get a lot done beyond that. And Innovation has shown a lot of Hellions, but is not going mech.
I just feel like Impact is so screwed. The reason that the Muslim even lost that one game is because he went for mech and got blindsided by a bunch of mutas. It's not going to happen. And even if Innovation is blindsided, quote unquote, like his Marines are out of position, you still have enough production when you go bio to like make up for that. And the Widow Mine's popping out as well.
Banshee's in the main game trying to get a couple more hits off here. This is an overshoot though, so these aren't really going to get a whole lot done with two Queens chasing it. In fact, one that does go down. Hellions move to the front lines while this is happening as well. Zerglings are baited into the fight away from the Spine Color. Ugh.
Oh, I thought he was going to run past. That could have done so much damage.
If those Zerglings were in hold position, if you fought near the Spine Crawler and this Queen's being dragged off of creep, I mean, this is For Impact, a messy start. I think if this had been like a straight up macro game, we would have seen a much different face of Impact. But you're right. Like I wouldn't call him screwed outright, but he's not in a good way right now, and it's gonna take some really god mode bailing hits to equalize this game.
Yeah, I don't want to say until the actual fight happens, but looking at this is just screwed. Like you're down in workers when you're supposed to be up in workers by a lot.
Drop come to the natural.
You have mutas to stop this, and you're not even stopping it.
Where are the mutas actually? Did they fly across the map?
On the other side of the map.
Jess taps out, understandably so. Innovation catches him off guard with that 2-racks, guys, and it just spiraled out of control from there. Little sad to see Impact go down, but Innovation will close out this series. And big congratulations to him, as well as Acer. Oh, that totally bums me out, guys. I was really rooting for Axiom here, but at the end of the day, Acer's going to take it. Before we even handle these bets, what is it? We got 3,357 partoofs bet on Axiom, which was the favorite, and the underdog of Acer being 2,600. So I think a lot of you guys were also rooting for that Axiom streak to continue, but Innovation will shut you all down.